I have to laugh though. My sister's current boyfriend is going to go to Anthony's football game tonight, where the ex-boyfriend is going to be because he come up to watch Anthony play. So he called my
Nothing
dad
bad
last
can
night.
happen of that.
Oh, right. And it's bad because the new boyfriend got a hold of my dad the other day and was like, "Are you going to Anthony's football game tonight?" And Dad's like, "Well, I don't know. I might have to work. Why?" "Well, I think if you were there, the ex probably will behave himself." So now they're trying to see if they can get Dad to go to the football game tonight because he's worried that the ex is going to do something. So,
Uh, it seems reasonable. It seems
right,
reasonable to be worried about that.
right. But all I could think is, well, he can't really afford to do anything because,
All right, I think
he ends
we're
up in jail. It's going to be bad for his job and everything else. But stranger things have happened, I suppose.
stranger things than going to jail should not be a thing, for the record.
Right.
Okay. All right. I think we can. I think we can actually kick it off. Let's go.
Alrighty, let's do this thing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly?
I think we're just getting started.
Medic! I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 804 of the Overseas Connection podcast. Today is Saturday, September 28th, not our regular Sunday time frame. We're doing this because it's a special pre-birthday podcast. We'll get into that in a minute. If you're new to the show, welcome. We are a video game podcast. We talk about all kinds of things, including a lot of life stuff. We do fashion ourselves as a little bit older, a little bit wiser, but often that really doesn't bear out in what we say. If you're on, you can watch via YouTube. You can watch via Twitch. We'll also do an audio version of this podcast so you can hang out and groove to the oldies, if you will, while you're doing a workout. And I think beyond that, I should probably introduce my co-host, Kim Woods, on the podcast today. Kim, how are you?
I am, yeah. Howdy. That's me at GamerGirl27. And I guess I should say good morning because, technically it's morning.
It
So,
is morning.
yeah.
Early supper
So,
in the UK.
true. This is true.
Although it's
Oh, look,
supper, is
and
it
Boomer
dinner?
showed up.
I never understand what the hell they call their different meals.
Isn't it just tea? I don't know.
Well,
Or maybe that's
tea is like our dinner. So then what is
Right.
supper? I don't know what supper is like a
Yeah.
snack, I think.
I guess.
I don't know.
I
It's
don't know.
ridiculous. Breakfast,
Yeah.
lunch, dinner. Come on, people.
Or or where I'm from, the Midwest, we call it we call dinner lunch, and dinner would be supper. So there you go.
Do you really call dinner lunch?
Mhm.
Why would you?
We
call
used to. I'm more lunch now because I'm older and I kind of know. But usually for us, what most people will call dinner, we call supper.
This is
So
why we shun the Midwest.
I know.
And it's becoming more and more clear every day, Kim.
I know.
All right. Well, welcome to the show. And I think I already mentioned it, but if I didn't, my name's Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. And tomorrow, I'm celebrating a birthday. That's why we're
You
on
are?
early. Yeah, we're on early because I didn't want to be here tomorrow. I want to be in Los Angeles, probably watching my team lose. But damn it, I'm going to go to the game. I'm going to have a blast. Probably get pretty drunk.
As you should.
And I'm going to look to see if I can't get my best friend beat up. He is a Chiefs fan. So, you know.
And this is
Anyway,
why I won't be going with Greg anywhere because I'm also a Chiefs fan and he will get me beat up. So
this is true. This is absolutely true. All right. And you know what? Just because.
there you go. Well, happy birthday, old man. I hope it's a good
Yes.
one. And to be fair, if the Chargers win, I won't be mad. So because it is your birthday.
And
So.
to be fair, if the Chargers win, nor will I be mad.
I imagine not.
All right. Shout out to Boomer in the chat. Hello, Boomer.
Yep.
Welcome to the podcast on a Saturday.
Right.
It feels so like it's early. I've got coffee. By the way, this is my first cup of coffee. A lot of
Right.
cream, by the way.
Mhm.
That was a little by accident. First
Gotcha.
cup of coffee all week long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've pretty much cut out coffee in the morning. And I looked at my wife today and I'm like, "Do you want some coffee this morning?" She's like, "Yeah, sure. Let's do some coffee." So,
How's that working
yeah,
out for you?
so far so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. I do get a little bit of a boost in the morning because I go work out before anybody wakes
Right.
up in the house. So I do my pre-workout drink that has caffeine in it. So I do get some caffeine to kickstart me into the morning.
Right.
But then that's it. And then from there, I'm
Yeah.
drinking mashed up spinach, carrots, celery, orange juice, bananas, fruit. It's a smorgasbord of vegetables, which kind of happy about that. This is all story
Right.
time stuff, by the way. So let's just do this.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
Thanks, Boomer. I am turning 22 this weekend. So yes, thank you
Nice.
for that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Anyway, so yeah, so and we have a Vitamix. This thing is awesome. It blends everything up and under the sun. Although, they talk about, you can make ice cream. I tried making the ice cream. It's more like a Wendy's Frosty than really ice cream.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
and then once you freeze it, it becomes a block of ice.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Yeah.
But no, it's been great. And I don't feel bad about not wanting vegetables now at times having dinner because, hey, I got plenty of vegetables through my
Right.
protein
Well, there
shake.
you
So,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
All right, Kim, what's been going on with you?
Well, a
I
whole lot
heard
of
you had an
nothing.
incredibly busy, hectic, crazy, insane week that you have all kinds of stories from.
Well, sure. No, actually, not really. It's pretty quiet. I did come across some more kittens. Well, you remember Pork Chop from the WhatsApp group that I found
Yeah.
here a week or so ago? Well, I thought Pork Chop was an orphan. Come to find out, she probably isn't an orphan because the other day I was out the window yelling at the other kittens on the porch like I do every morning, and I heard kittens, but they weren't coming from where Pork Chop is located. And I thought, well, that's not odd because let's face it, it's my house, and it seems like the cat distribution system is working really fucking well here. So anyway, I get around and put my shoes on and go out there, and I start hollering in the direction. And I'll be damned, we have the lawnmower the old lawnmower that Dad got the new lawnmower for was sitting there, and out from underneath this lawnmower come one little tiger stripe kitten. And then a little bit later, followed a little black kitten. And then when I thought maybe that was it, a little bit later, there was another tiger stripe kitten to come up from underneath this lawnmower. So, judging from their size and everything else, I'd say they're Pork Chop siblings. So, yeah, I have 3 more kittens now, not counting Pork Chop.
All right.
Oh my
There you
God.
go. Your lawnmower gave birth to kittens.
Yes,
very
my
good.
lawnmower had kittens. Believe it or
Also,
not.
don't start the lawnmower up before you check underneath it.
Oh well, no,
This-
it's old. It's not going anywhere. So
I'm just saying though, Dad's new lawnmower.
right. Well, yeah. He's usually pretty good about the new lawnmower and checking it, and make sure there's nothing underneath it. So yeah, but the new lawnmower's not going anywhere. That's why it's sitting where it is because well, we got one to replace it. So
Just as long as you
So,
don't paint
yeah.
the grass red.
yeah, that's not a good idea. No, other than that, that's about it. I started reading a new book this week, and I'm about halfway done with it. As a matter of fact, I sat up till like midnight last night reading it, and this morning I'm like tired as hell, and I'm regretting it. But whatever.
So
You
is
only live once.
Warhammer making more sense now?
Well, it's not Warhammer. I haven't got
Oh.
started on these yet. This one is called The Blighted Stars, and it's actually sci-fi, which is kind of weird because usually I don't read those sort of things much. But it's pretty good. There's a spy, and she's trying to figure out how this family. This is like one of those high muckety muck families. They do a lot of mining, and for some odd reason, whenever they do this mining, they kill off the planet. So she's trying to figure out how to connect the family to the planet's dying, and yada yada yada. So yeah, I don't know. It's been pretty interesting. I'll have to admit, because like I said, I stayed up till midnight last night reading it, so it's not bad. Like I said, it's called The Blighted Stars. It's by Megan O'Keefe. It's not too bad.
The
So
Blighted Star. All right, okay.
Yeah.
I too have been indulging in a book, although an audiobook.
Nice.
I got through the first book on Convergence, and now I'm on to the second book, Convergence Dragon Slayer. It's interesting so far. R.C. Bray is the narrator. I forgot the name. I forgot the name of the author. But it feels like, and this might be a slight knock on R.C. Bray, but it seems like a lot of the roles he's been taking on these days feel similar. There's the main character. He, and R.C. Bray is great about any kind of action story. He's really good with details and kind of portraying the action well. And also from a voice acting standpoint, he does just enough to make it believable that there's different character voices happening.
Right.
His female voices are not the greatest, mind you, but
Right.
he does put enough of that in there that you're like, okay. But the writing, and maybe this again is not his fault, but it feels like he gets pulled into these books where there's a kind of sarcastic humor tone to everything, and you have sub characters or co-characters oftentimes for the main characters that they feed into this sarcasm element. And this book, there's a dog, and the dog figures into that element, but there's other characters now coming into it, and I'm like, okay, it's starting to feel a little familiar and possibly too familiar,
Right.
but I'm enjoying this series so far.
Good.
It's about magic in the modern day world,
Right.
or it reappearing, I should say. So there's some intrigue there, and I mean, it's a really good series so far. I'm liking it, but I am a little leery. If you are a big R.C. Bray fan, I think it's going to feel even more familiar, and that potentially could be a bad thing. We'll see. I did watch last night on Netflix the movie The Union. Mark Wahlberg, Halle Berry. Yeah, it's very much a paint by numbers action, not quite comedy,
Right.
but it's a buddy action movie but not on a good level.
Right.
It's teetering on bad. There's some story beats to it that I'm just like, really? And you just jump right from kind of like, well, I don't want to give away the plot in case somebody should want to watch this. It's not horrible. It's one of those that you put it on in the background. You don't have to pay a lot of attention to, and you're going to be just fine.
Right.
But the main plot, it's the unwitting and unknowing hero gets involved into a super spy, big conspiracy kind of plot, and the how they get him into the main storyline. That just it jumps so fast to like, oh yeah, it all makes sense, it all believable, and it's like, no,
Yeah. Right.
not buying it. And again, the acting, I like Mark Wahlberg. I find him fun. I find him entertaining. I think he does perfectly fine in this. Halle Berry, to me though, boy, not feeling her character. And I remember used to have the biggest crush on Halle Berry. And yeah, that just is not it anymore.
Ah.
Yeah. So, but oh well. Yeah. So The Union, If you want something to throw on the TV, take a chance on it. Mark will probably love it.
Probably.
Love you, Mark. All right. By the way, yeah. Okay. Fine. Not 22, 25. I admit it.
There you
go. Yeah. All right. We're gonna speed along here a little bit because we got stuff to cover. We're gonna talk about some Vigi games right now.
Today I feel like playing computer games. Today I feel like playing computer games.
Now, Kim, it is the end of September.
Yes.
I don't think we know any of the October goodies to be coming to us yet.
Uh-huh.
So we'll skip over that for now.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. For
Alrighty.
what we should call out Boomer on, since he's in the chat, and
Right.
by virtue of him being in the chat, we're going to call him out. He didn't make Halo Wednesday. We had quite the group for Halo Wednesday, though. It was actually
We
a full
did.
house. We ended up playing
Right.
big team battle because we had so many people in the match.
And I'm
so
terrible
was
at
good.
it. So
That's all good. I mean, we carried Snoogans, helped him play better. So that's
sure.
Actually, in fairness, this was the first time that I think Snoogans has joined us for Halo, and we've actually had a positive outcome to, or at least 50-50, wins to losses. Whereas previously, whenever we would play with Snoogans, it just seemed like we just got pulled into the dregs of, oh dear God.
Right.
We're playing against high-end PC players, high-level players, because Snoogans lifts the floor up in fairness. I don't want to say that too loud because it's going to go to his head. But, again, he plays with keyboard and mouse.
Well,
and
we did have the problem with the aimbot or whatever.
Oh, yeah, he totally had an aim. But, yeah, whatever, Snoogans. So this is the other thing. So we're playing the match, and suddenly we get this warning from Xbox saying one of your PC players has, and I forgot the exact terminology, but it was basically like one of their identification things for detecting like an aimbot is not coming up, and therefore you can't play.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, and Snoogans like, it's not me. I'm like, Snoogans, you're the only person on PC. It is you.
Right.
And so he logged out, came back in, and it was fine. So apparently he had to turn his aimbot off and then come back. So now we understand why he does so well.
Right.
Also, he claimed to be at the gym again several times. We don't buy it, Snoogans. We don't buy it for a minute. Kim, you played some COD on Friday, I believe, with Boomer.
I did. I played COD last night with Boomer. We had a Fatal Friday deal, and like I said, it's hard on Fridays to get people to do things, and like the UK, for me, for them, 8:00 on a Friday night is like 2 a.m, and I get it. So, will I continue with Fatal Friday? I don't know, but me and Boomer, we played a whole hell of a lot of Hardpoint and had a hell of a good time doing it. So who knows? I might dial it back and maybe do it like twice a month, and then
I think
do a
you should
Saturday.
look for Phil, because Phil apparently has an addiction to COD again.
I told him that too. I'm like, if you want to play, and that's what I mean. I may have to start up like a Saturday thing, because usually me and Boomer play on Saturday afternoons too, and that'd be perfect for them. So.
Yeah. By the way, Boomer, not making it because of work is not an excuse. I never use that excuse, Boomer. So you never hear me say I can't get there because of work.
Right.
Never. One time.
Ever. Yeah.
Ever. All right. So, okay. COD went well. I did finish Classified France.
Wow.
44. And I wanted to say 1944 because it is Classified France 44, but it's 1944. Just say 1944. Not anyway.
Right. I get it.
It was interesting because along the way, you don't really make decisions. Well, you do, but it's really about kind of where you're going to put resources and where you're going to try and take on missions. So every turn, if you will, within the battlesphere of Classified France it'll give you kind of options of you can take on a mission here or take on a mission over here. I never really understood what the importance of one mission over the other mission would have on the overall game, the impact. And apparently somewhat significant. And so you're playing in Classified France, you have, I think, 30 days until D-Day. And so your job, or maybe it's a couple of months, I don't know, but your job is basically to do all of these pre-missions with the resistance in France to soften the Germans in the area and allow for the D-Day invasion to take place. Apparently I didn't do so good on that because I get this alternate history ending where the D-Day did not happen. They had to postpone the invasion. They pulled back the forces. And all I could think of is it was the game's way of saying, okay, you didn't meet certain criteria of having at least half the enemy strength depleted in the overall game. And therefore you just had to basically replay Classified France all over again because it reset the clock, if you will, saying, okay, well now you have another 30 days to try and soften up the French. What I didn't bother to look at, and I will go back and look, is do I get all my same characters still? But what was interesting is they did do like this wrap up at the end where all the characters get a little bit of a storyline of what they went on to do. One guy went into politics, one person opened up a butcher shop. And so all these different little vignette stories that they tell about your troop of characters. And then and the other kind of funny thing was all of them have died because they do like, they up until this person died in 1995. And I was like,
Right.
I'm actually somewhat curious if these characters' names might be related to real life characters,
Right.
real life people that were in. I don't know.
Right.
I probably should have done my homework, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, remember I'm on the East Coast. Boomer, you're doing a lot of crying in the chat. A little less crying, a little more taking responsibility. Okay.
There's no crying in the chat, so.
There is no crying in the chat. Speaking of baseball, my Padres are in.
Yeah.
Amazing. By the way, not game. Well, it's game related sports. They beat the Dodgers, and the way they beat the Dodgers to get in, so they basically win and they're in to the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're up 4-2 on the Dodgers. The Dodgers have runners at first and second. Ohtani is on deck. So
Right.
you definitely don't want him to get up to bat. And I forgot who the batter was, but the batter comes up. He rips a shot right at Manny Machado, third base, who gets it on a hop, tags third base, throws to second, on to first, triple play to end the game and get them into the playoffs. It was
Nice.
awesome. So, yeah. Okay.
Well, at least you'll have that if the Chargers don't make it. So.
Ah, fuck off. I don't like him. We are looking for a bunch of new hosts. Please submit your resumes. Anyway.
That's
Kim,
all right. I'm happy for you because the Cardinals, they're not gonna make it. They're so it's another one of those years, but that's all right. I got the Chiefs.
I don't like you. I don't like you at all. Okay, so I see Space Marine 2. I see the Plucky Squire. I
Yes.
also see SteamWorld Dig.
Yes.
Is this new to you, or did you get it a long time ago, played a little bit, and are coming back to it?
No, it's new to me because I played a little bit of it, but it's on Game Pass recently, and I played it before somewhere else. I can't remember where it was, on PC or something. So anyway, it's on Game Pass, and it's one of those deals where I've been doing the Game Pass quests to get all the points. I'm trying to get the 1,000-point one. So it's one of those deals where you've got to do the daily quests and so many weekly quests. Well, I needed something that would do that, and I really thought this would be an easy one to get achievements with too, and I was wrong because I've only got 2 since I've started. But it does work for the daily play a Game Pass game one, so it works for that. And I don't know. So I've been playing it, and I'm sure we've all played like Dig Dug, that sort of thing. That's kind of what this is basically Dig Dug, except you're a robot. And you're trying to mine out your uncle's mine. He apparently died in the mine, so you're trying to mine that and build the town back up, yada, yada, yada. And of course, there's obstacles in the way. There's these guys with have dynamite. I can't remember what they're called. Shiners, I think is what they're called. And then there's some other guys that's got chemicals, and they throw them at you. I don't know what they're called either. But it's a cute little game. I think there's an achievement for you can beat it in 2 hours. So it's not a very long or anything. Although it's gonna probably take.
I need to tell you why Prop 33 has veterans.
Yeah,
but it's all right, and it's on.
I'm gonna play stuff and have the audio come over for you. You're welcome.
There you go. But yeah, SteamWorld Dig, it's on Game Pass. I think there's 2 others. There's SteamWorld Dig 2, I think, and then there's SteamWorld Heist, and I think they're all kind of set in the same world. So yeah, I don't know. I've been playing it. It's been all right. I don't know that I'll actually get all the achievements in it because some of them are kind of difficult. And well, fuck it. I'm not an achievement whore, so I don't care. But yeah, SteamWorld Dig. Let's see.
World Aternum.
Eternum.
Eternum. Okay, so
yeah,
I do have this up on YouTube. I did pull this. We'll actually have.
All right.
We'll steal some gameplay footage from somebody.
Alrighty. Yeah. Actually, the beta was out a couple of weeks ago, and I played it, and I'm just now talking about it. So that should kind of tell you what I thought about New World Eternum. But it's an MMO, which was already the first strike against it, because if you've ever played an MMO and you see all the random people that are running around on the map trying to do the same shit you're doing, I don't know what it is with that, and we talked about this before, but I don't know. I don't like it. It's weird to me when you're sitting there trying to play a game and you have 10,000 other people that are running around doing the same damn thing. I don't know. But anyway, I thought, well, I'll stick with it. And it's weird because it was a beta weekend and you thought they would add server issues and stuff. Well, this should tell you that maybe it's not going to go so well for Eternum. I might be wrong, but there was never any server issues. I mean, like, they never crashed or anything. I don't know if that was from lack of players or what. But anyway, I played it. I probably played it most of the afternoon. And it's not terrible, but I don't think it's going to be a deal for me because it was a lot of go here, do this, go here, do that, go here and do this, and which is fine. I'm used to it in RPGs, but for some odd reason for this, it just felt like busy work.
It reminds me a little bit of like an a Dark Souls-esque.
Right, but it's not that difficult.
No.
At least it wasn't for me.
Okay.
And this is kind of how bad it was for me. Towards the end of it, I caught myself nodding off twice.
Oh, that's never a good sign.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. When it comes out, and I think it's supposed to be out next month, so it could be, it may be great. It may be fantastic. It may be the next big thing. And I think it's a spinoff of the one that Amazon did here, they come out last year?
Oh, yeah.
Was it New World Order? Yeah.
Right.
So I think it's a spinoff of that because I noticed some of the people. Oh, and another complaint, and maybe it's just me, but they have a chat on the side where people go in there and they chat, whatever. You can't take it. I couldn't figure out how to do it. You couldn't get it off the screen. So all these
there's
fucking
gotta be
random.
some way because I'm watching the guy playing right now, and he definitely has the chat off.
Well, good, because I couldn't figure it out, and it was so annoying. You'd be sitting there and you see these people yakking in the chat about various things that weren't even game related. Some of them weren't even game related, and I'm
yakking in the chat. This is I gotta remember that.
Oh.
I like that. Yakking.
Yeah. Yakking in the chat, yeah.
See,
and
Boomer's
you just,
yakking right now.
Yeah, Boomer's yak, yeah. So anyway, and you just see the little blip of the screen, the chat would go up because everybody would be talking, and it was I don't know, it was distracting, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off, and I sure as hell didn't want to get it to where I was in the chat talking to a bunch of random people that God only knows. So because some of them weren't real nice people, so I didn't want to be involved.
That's pretty typical for big MMOs. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. It may be fun. I mean, it may take off next month and people may love it. But like I said, towards the end of it, I was getting bored and falling asleep. So I don't think MMOs are for me, or at least this one isn't. So
okay,
that's the two new ones. Like you said, I've been playing Space Marines. I still enjoy it, and the Planky Squire has still been fun. My only gripe was I can't use the bow and arrow in this game to save my ass. So other than that, it's still good.
I almost forgot.
Yes.
I have a new core controller on order.
Oh, good.
Yeah. My Elite 2 is still functional, but it's completely annoying now because the left grip is completely bulging now, like separating. Oof. So it's actually slightly uncomfortable when you're holding it.
I'll bet. Yeah.
But still feels better than WSD on a keyboard.
Right.
So,
right.
And then on the right side, that little flap, I mean, it's annoying that it's there, but it's not really bugging me per se.
Right.
But yeah, so, got some birthday funds and was told, whatever you want to get, go get it. And so I'm like, okay, this will be part of that birthday fundage.
There you go.
So, I was looking online and I was like, do I get a custom one? I thought about it, and then I was like, I don't know. And to do the custom one, I want to say it was like $150 to just kind of get the core with your name on it. But then on Amazon, I found the color blue that I was going to be doing anyway. And I was like, oh, $95. Bonus. So
there you go. Can't beat that. Yeah.
So I, have a little more money for beer tomorrow. I'll be
there you go.
Drowning my sorrows.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got that on order. Honestly, I ordered that in the middle of the night. Couldn't tell you when it's coming to me, but it should be sometime next week. So happy
cool.
about that. Yeah. Okay. Where are we at, Kim?
I think it's time for a quiz.
All right, now everybody get settled. Get away from the windows. Now look, good. It's time for the quiz. Yeah, you know what? Oh, too bad. Tough.
I love that audio.
Reminds me of teachers I had in high school.
Indeed. Let's see, Kim. If you were to pick a year you wanted to go back to, what would you say you wanted to go to?
Oh God, I don't know.
Mind you, 20 years back. That's your.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know. How about 2007?
Okay. Well, we're not going to do that, but I just wanted to give you the shot. And you might be able to guess it. You didn't. That's okay.
It's okay.
It's already starting off with the
You
strike.
know.
We're going to go to 2019, Kim.
Oh, well, all right.
Just a short hop back. It's like, did you ever do the... No, never mind. Just a hop back. Couple hops.
Okay.
2019, Kim. It was a fantastic year. All kinds of video games were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And this first game later came to consoles, but started on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, do you remember the game Disco Elysium?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Disco Elysium. It's a RPG. I'm trying to remember if it was turn-based. I think it's turn-based. Anyway, Disco Elysium.
I know quite a few people loved it, so I don't think I've ever played it.
Feel about it, Kim? That's the question. On PC, when it launched, Disco Elysium, what do you think its Metacritic score was? We'll also wait for Boomer's wrong score.
Disco Elysium. Because I know people still talk about it today and are playing it and really enjoy it. So, 88.
88 feels like a guess, Kim.
It kind of is,
solid guess. Boomer, of course, is probably going to come in with 85. But he would be wrong. 91, Kim. 91.
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of wondered that.
There. You did pretty good there.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah. All right, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to shift gears.
Right.
To the Switch.
Ah.
So we're switching to the Switch. That's what I really should have said. Switch to the Switch.
We're switching to the Switch, yep.
On the Switch, they were treated to FIFA 20 in
oh,
2019.
Boy.
What did FIFA 20 get on the Switch?
Huh.
Now, Boomer was even worse. He said 80.
Yeah, right.
We love you, Boomer.
We really do. FIFA on the Switch. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sitting there thinking about my Switch, trying to figure out how that would transfer. I don't know. All I can picture is those old battery powered video games like we used to play when we were kids. That's all I can see right now.
Switch is
82.
not that underpowered, for the record. I mean, let's give it a little credit.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But 82.
82. Okay, your guess is 82. And for the record, I do remember the days handheld electronic video game cartridge consoles, if you will. I remember there was the football, and it was little green dots.
Yep.
That you would move. It was the most rudimentary, horrible, horrible game. And that was real football to all of us at that time.
Right.
Kim, if I were to tell you, you probably need to re-guess. What would you re-guess your guess to be if you're guessing? For your guess.
85?
All right, Boomer said 79, which he's consistently right at 80, 79. I feel like he's in a rut a little bit. Your re-guess was what now? I'm sorry?
85.
85. Well, okay. So you're going clearly in the wrong direction. You're not listening to me, but that's okay.
Is that bad, huh?
That's okay. 43 on the Switch.
Holy shit.
It actually was in the 80s on the main consoles, but for the Switch, apparently it was that bad. 43.
Wow.
I don't think anybody saw that
Maybe
coming.
it was dots.
Yeah. Now, a game that
well, that would hurt.
I personally have a fondness for.
Right.
But did the media have a fondness for A Plague's Tale: Innocence on the PS5, Kim?
Oh, yeah, that was the rat game that I can't play because rats freak me out. So,
rats.
I think so. I know everybody seemed to like it. I remember reviews for it were really pretty good for it. So, I'm gonna go 89.
89. It's an interesting score, Kim. It's an interesting score. Not quite there. It was an 82.
Ooh. didn't do as good as I thought. I mean, 82 is not bad either.
It's
but-
not. That's actually a really good score. We need to
Right.
stop with this notion of like a low 80s is a bad score, or even a
Right.
high 70s is a bad score.
Considering FIFA got 43. you know?
Exactly. Exactly. I think the biggest problem we have in video games is there's not enough 50s and 60s for middle of the road games.
Right.
I feel like the grading scale is just off.
A little bit,
So,
yeah.
But yeah. No, 89, 82, excuse me, not 89. Your personal score was
I was
89.
89.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And according to Kim, you know, if you had FIFA 20 on the Switch, it was a 82. Don't trust her on that, but you know.
Right.
Well done, Kim. Overall,
Thank you.
nobody saw the FIFA 20 score coming, so I'm not going to grade
God,
you too
no.
harshly on that. But you win this
All
week,
right.
Kim. You win.
Yay!
Sorry, Boomer. Oh, he did better on A Plague's Tale: Innocence. I gotta give him props for
Yeah, he did better on that one than I did, so.
that. Okay.
Yeah, well.
There's the quiz.
Uh-huh.
Now we've got quite a bit of news.
Yeah.
Here is the fucking news.
All right, Kim. I'm gonna roll through a bunch of this. Actually, I need to do say something nice to the people.
Say something nice. Okay. That's kind of hard.
It shouldn't
Hope
be
you're
that
having a
hard to
good
say something nice to
Saturday.
Boomer. He is the people right now.
That's true.
All right, that
Well,
one
hopefully
actually
you're all
faster than I
having a
thought it was
nice
going to go,
Saturday,
so we're good.
All right.
All right, Kim. Some of this might get repeated shortly, but
Okay.
Some key news stories that I picked out, and then we're going to talk about the state of play, and we're going to talk about the Tokyo Game Show, the Xbox presentation, because there were some announcements in those shows. PlayStation, once again, just doing some curious stuff. They raised basically Horizon Zero Dawn's PS4 price following the remaster upgrade announcement. So until recently, the PS4 version of Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition was listed at $19.99, or if you deal with funny money, British pound sterling, it's $15.99. That now has been the case for over 2 years. That price was solid, 2 years long. Now the game's price has been increased to $39.99, or if you are, again, dealing the funny money, $34.99 British pound sterling. And the reason for the price increase isn't really known. They haven't commented on this, but surely it has to do with basically the game being available and the upgrade to the remaster being only $10. So they did not want people to be able to upgrade the PlayStation 4 version to a basically a cheaper cost than anybody else. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know anybody who has a PlayStation 4 still, but there are plenty of people out there that do. That's why they're still supporting the PlayStation 4. So, it's one of those kind of moves where you're just like, really, come on.
I'm gonna say this is kind of a shitty move, in my opinion, because, well, you know, yeah,
they want more money for the players.
obviously. I mean, I know Concord failed and failed miserably, but this seems, like I said, this just seems like a dick move to me. I mean,
I think we have that on
you know.
here.
It was a dick move.
Probably.
Right.
There you go. Exactly. I mean, although there is still CD keys and stuff, places like that, you could probably still get it cheaper. But still, that's kind of a dick move there, I think. I mean, you know, it's been $20 for 2 years, and all of a sudden, because you've got a remaster coming out, now you're gonna jack it back up. So, you know, they're basically having to pay the remaster price for. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, basically, this price change now means anybody who wants to buy and get the upgrade will now pay basically $50 versus $30, which they would have paid if it had just left the prices as is.
Right.
So definitely a cash grab move. Speaking of cash grab moves, remasters are coming. We'll have a lot of information about a lot of different remasters, but this one caught my attention early on in the week, which is StarCraft Remastered and StarCraft 2's campaign are coming to Xbox Game Pass. Now, I don't quite know if this is console. I think this is PC Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate for PC. But it's coming on November 5th. The original StarCraft and the multiplayer section of StarCraft 2 are already free to play, but the remaster of the first game cost $15, and the campaign mode for the second game costs $40. But that will all be available on Game Pass if you have Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass PC. So there you go.
Gotcha.
Were you excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows this year?
I was not.
Okay. Well,
I'm not a big Assassin's Creed fan, so.
There was my brother-in-law, probably calling to wish me a happy birthday.
Probably. You just hung up on him. Way to go.
Perfect timing.
Right.
Ubisoft has delayed Assassin's Creed out of 2024. The game will now be released February 14th, 2025. The company is also departing from its traditional season pass model. This was interesting. The move comes after Star Wars Outlaws failed to meet expectations following its release last month. Listening to players' feedback and as an illustration of our player-centric approach, the following important decisions relative to Assassin's Creed Shadows have been taken. Assassin's Creed Shadows will now be released on February 14th, 2025, which we already knew. We are departing from the traditional season pass. All players will be able to enjoy the game at the same time on February 14th, and those who pre-order the game will be granted the first expansion for free. So that's an interesting incentive. So instead of doing, I kind of like this. Instead of doing the get access to it early for 10 days or whatever, they're now saying, now you pre-order it, so we do get your money in advance, which helps Ubisoft. You'll get that first expansion for free. That kind of I'm actually down with. More of this, please. I actually like this move by Ubisoft. And it said the game will mark the return of our new release on Steam day one as well. So PC players will get it on Steam day one. Because I think before they weren't releasing day one on Steam, that they were doing their Ubisoft site. So there you go. Pal World. Did you ever get into Pal World? I can't remember. Did you?
I did not. No.
I liked Pal World. It's pretty cool. It's Pokemon with guns, basically. But apparently its PS5 release in Japan is being held up amid a Nintendo Pokemon lawsuit.
Right.
So in a surprise announcement during the PlayStation State of Play on Tuesday, which we'll get into in a little bit, the game has been released for PS5. However, in a follow-up message on Pal World's Japanese account, Pocket Pair said plans to release. I don't know who Pocket Pair is. I'm assuming that's the developer. Said the plan to release the game in Japan were currently up in the air. An announcement on the official PlayStation State of Play and the PS5 version of Pal World was released today in 68 countries. The release date for Japan is not yet to be determined. We're very sorry for the Japanese people who have been looking forward to its release of Pal World, but we will do our best to deliver the game to all PS5 users as soon as possible. We hope you enjoy blah, 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 blah. It doesn't really say that it was directly related to this lawsuit, and I kind of feel like it might not be. And I say this because wouldn't that not impact all of the other territories?
Right.
So the only thing I can think of is, maybe because the lawsuit's happening in Japan that they're deciding to hold. But it, again, doesn't make sense to me that they would release everywhere else, but they'd be like, oh, no, we can't release in Japan because we have a lawsuit about the entire game and Nintendo. I don't know.
Right.
Okay. Well, speaking of the State of Play, let's talk about that, Kim. The State of Play happened, I believe, was it Wednesday? Was it Wednesday?
Not sure. I didn't watch
September
it.
September 24th, whenever that was.
Okay. 4 days ago.
It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. So, Ghost of Yoti was revealed, which looks like a Ghost of Tsushima kind of. Ghost of Tsushima. Sushimi. That's by the way, sushi.
Yeah.
But so the highly anticipated follow-up to their hit, the story shifts to 1603, where a new ghost named Atsu embarks on an epic journey and sometime in 2025. Alan Wake 2 Lake House DLC was announced. In this expansion, players step into the role of the Federal Bureau of Control, Agent Kim Estevez, returning from the base game as she investigates a catastrophic event at an FBC research station near Cauldron Lake. That's coming sometime in October. Fear the Spotlight coming to PlayStation. That will release on PS5 and PS4 October 22nd.
Oh, in time for Halloween.
Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely. Towers of Agaspa. Sure.
God bless you.
Yep. It's an action-adventure builder set set in a striking fantasy world, Kim. Does this excite you? It's going to come in November this year, so there we go. Dynasty Warriors Origins. Speaking of crap games, that one of
Lord will be excited about that. No, not Lord. It was
Taffman.
Taffman.
Yeah,
Taffman will be excited about that one.
It's set to launch January 17th, 2025 on pretty much all the consoles and Steam. And I could care less. Monster Hunter Wilds got a release date, February 28th, 2025. Lego Horizon Adventures and Lego Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered also got an announcement. That's coming October 31st. So more remasters coming. We talked about that one already. Fantasian Neo Dimension. Say that
Holy
3 times
moly.
fast. That's coming December 5th. They did show off some Dragon Age The Veilguard gameplay. Also coming October 31st. So not delayed. Exciting for that. Astrobot DLC is going to be free. And apparently, I think it was released. It's available right now. There you go. 50 brand new worlds for players to explore. Astrobot. It's a thing. The Midnight Walk. Looks kind of interesting. This is going to come to PS5 and PSVR 2 in spring of 2025. Excuse me. Hell is Us.
Alrighty.
Yeah. It's Dark Souls-y-ish, Remnant. Anyway, it's an RPG that is set for sometime in 2025. And then Metro Awakening VR. The VR people were very happy. They have like 3 games now to play. That is coming November 7th. Arcade Chronicles. I don't know when that's coming. Arcade Chronicles is coming. Don't know. Sometime.
Looks interesting.
World of Assassination VR again.
Oh wow!
It's very exciting. That's going to sometime in December. And then Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered. That leaked right before the show came out. That's coming December 10th. I think some people are very happy about that. Stellar Blade and a Nier Automata DLC kind of crossover thing is happening. So more chicks and butts and boobs.
Oh boy!
Sometime later this year, that DLC will drop. It is comical to me how much they have embraced.
Oh, I know.
Yes, cleavage and butts. Lunar Remastered Collection is coming, although we don't get any dates on these. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge DLC also was announced. So there you go. That was the PlayStation State of Play. Kim, anything move the needle for you there? Were you excited about any of what you saw?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to get Astrobot, but I think I'm going to wait till it goes on sale because I'm going to, Dragon Age is coming up. So we all know where the hell I'm going to be on that. The one that, what was it? The Chronicles one there towards the end. That one looked kind of good, but so many games, so little time. I'm kind of more picky now because, I don't have a lot of time to play games and my freaking backload is ridiculous. So, yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Kind of being more choosy nowadays, I guess.
Well, more to choose from, Kim, because
Oh, goody.
Xbox was at the Tokyo Game Show, and they actually did a presentation broadcast that was an 30 in the morning, my time. But I did catch the replay. And the list of games from this, we're going to walk through it just like we did State of Play. And there's only one thing on here I think that's going to excite you. We'll get to that very shortly here. But first off was World Edge teases Immortal Pillars expansion for Age of Mythology Retold. They don't really give any release date for this, but, basically it's giving some of that Asian influence, flying dragon, flying Chinese dragons, that kind of thing. So it's an exciting expansion of the different kind of armies that you could bring into the Age of Mythology. Kim, this is the one that you're going to be excited about.
Okay.
Furry friends are coming to your camp in Fallout 76. Kim, are you excited to have not only dogs that you can make a doghouse for and a pet bowl to feed them, cats are coming to Fallout 76. So you can have your furry little
Fallout
kittens
76
all over your post-apocalyptic camp.
There you go.
Which, let's be honest,
that would be nice.
They'd be
more than likely. More than likely. They keep the death claws away from them, but anyway, I don't know. I don't play Fallout 76, so but good for them. I always like when they have pets and stuff in the game. So.
Well, if you're excited for Indiana Jones, the excitement continues. It's still on track for December 9th. And importantly, Kim, if you want to play it in the non-traditional Japanese version, you can, because it's been localized in Japanese. So it will be fully voice acted in Japanese, and that will be available day and date on December 9th.
I have to laugh because the game director. I have to laugh because the game director's name is Jerk.
That is a little jerky.
It's kind of funny. Anyway, carry on.
I did laugh a little bit when I saw them on screen talking about the game.
Oh yeah,
they look.
Yeah. Do they look like a jerk?
It's a look. Overwatch 2, My Hero Academy collaboration.
Oh boy.
Things that I could care less about. This falls right into that. That's happening October 15th to the 28th. So you can play your favorite anime heroes or villains. Yay!
Yeehaw.
We talked about StarCraft getting a remaster. That's all coming on November 5th. And then some games from the partners. So we got all of these additional games that came along. So there's a game called All You Need Is Help. It's actually available on Game Pass already. Azurajang is a frantic anime-style battle royale. Azurajang. Asurajang. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, Azurajang. Yeah, I guess.
Sure.
Azurajang? Yeah. Azurajang?
Why do people do this to us?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like
a game called Atelier Yumiya that will be coming to the Xbox as well. Bleach Rebirth of Souls is coming early 2025. Looks like it's some kind of beat 'em up. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. Again, things I don't care about. Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy 1 through 6 now available on Xbox and Windows. So if you're excited for that. The only game that was remotely exciting to me, outside of the StarCraft stuff, Fragpunk. The beta starts on October 10th, and I'm kind of excited to check this out.
Yeah.
So it's a cards and heroes, but FPS game. It looks pretty interesting to me. So, and then of course the Legend of Mana is now available on Xbox and Xbox Game Pass. If you are excited for that, congratulations. Last but not least, two more games. So one, Metaphor Fantasio demo is available. It's a brand new fantasy RPG. I should say Japanese RPG. Important to that. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Can we just talk about it for a minute?
Yes, we should.
So I have always I can't say I have a soft spot for Metal Gear. I love the aesthetics of Metal Gear. I love the visuals of Metal Gear. The games look great. I was always slightly jealous of it being a third-person action game, and Kojima does really good game mechanics in his games. Like Metal Gear 5, I remember being just like, this is insanely fun on what you could do with your character stuff. But I watched the trailer for Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, and man, that story just sucks. I'm like, so I mean, within the trailer, at one point you hear Metal Gear is like, they're developing a nuclear-powered tank that can operate solo. That was like the crux, and I'm like, why would this? No, never mind. I just can't. I can't, Kim. I can't.
Well, the thing is with Metal Gear Solid is the stories have always been batshit crazy. Because I mean, I played Metal Gear since the first one came out on PlayStation, and the only ones I haven't played was the ones that kept. What was it? 4? I think I haven't played 5 yet, but I've got them. But anyway, but yeah, Metal Gear Solid stories have always been nuts. I mean, don't even try to follow them, because if you do, you're gonna fry your freaking brain and be a puddle of mush. I always just played them because, like you, I liked the gameplay. I liked being able, you can either go in stealthy, which even though I suck at, you could reasonably do, or you go in guns blazing, which is more likely what I usually do. So yeah, don't try to follow the story, because they don't make any sense. They kind of at first, and then it just kind of goes off the rail into some weird tangent.
But it's not just that. So again, this is I'm probably gonna come across as being Japanese racist right now, but it's not just the stories are batshit crazy, but the dialogue is horrible.
Well, yeah.
Kojima does not write good dialogue. And that's just, I mean, I will fight you on this. I don't care who you are. I know Kojima is beloved. And everybody thinks his games are the next best thing since graham crackers.
Yeah. Well,
I was going to say sliced bread, but that's, let's do something different.
I'm with you there, because I never did play the Daryl Dixon baby game. I didn't, it didn't appeal to me at all.
What was the Daryl Dixon UPS driver baby game?
Exactly. Yeah. It's because it's just weird. But
yeah. But it's the dialogue in particular that oftentimes, more often than not, fails miserably. Now, in fairness, that latest game, and the name's escaping me now. Now all I can think of is Daryl Dixon baby delivery game. It was better. We are getting. We got a little spam bot in there. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I'll get it.
I am a dialogue person, and so we've been spoiled. We've had great games. A lot of the RPGs we play, such as Baldur's Gate or Dragon, the Dragon Age series, they're always filled with, I think, very good, compelling dialogue.
Right.
And the Kojima games just aren't. And I'm sorry, when I hear him going on these little tirades and these little monologues about, the state of the world, or again, just this Snake Eater in particular, talking about, the main plot point of this game and what you're having to do. It's like, well, it would be easy to destroy this thing but I digress.
No, I get what you're saying. But like I said, I just play it for the gameplay, and that's it. So, I can't follow along with anything else to save my life, because it always ends up giving me a migraine because I don't know what's happening. So,
well, speaking of not knowing what's happening, let's talk about new releases.
Okay. Go down here. We'll do that. Alrighty, this is your new releases for September 29th through October 5th. Yes, folks, October, right around the corner. We have Block Strategy for the PC on September 30th. Economics, which is, or Nomics.
I think it's Nomics.
Nomics. Economics. Yeah, apparently there's going to be gnomes in it, I would say. Or some sort of weird blender, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's coming out for the PC on September 30th. Rogue Waters for the PC, September 30th as well. Sunny Legacy collection. It'll be out in September. I don't have a date on it, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure I didn't erase it, so it'll be out in September. I'm assuming probably the 30th because, well, there's not much time left.
That's a safe guess.
Right. Yeah. Then we have Little Survivors for the PC on October 1st. Master Detective Archives Raincode Plus. Some of the names for these things. PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC October 1st. MBB.exe for the PC October 1st. No, I didn't have a stroke. That's the name of the game. Throne and Liberty for the PC or PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, which Mark, I think, was playing the beta last night and having problems getting into it. Whatever. I think they've had some beta issues. But anyway, it'll be out October 1st, hopefully without the beta issues. The Strongest Tofu. Again, it's like last week with Metal Meat and some of the others. Now we have The Strongest Tofu. For the PC on October 2nd. Yeah, okay. Chibi. I know that one. Chibi Edition. God, those names. For the Switch on October 3rd. Swear to God, I can't talk. Kill Knight for the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, October 30th. You know, somewhere someone's listening to this, or will be listening to this, and know that name, and they're like, will start like having a nosebleed and be like, wow, you know, people are butchering these things. Kavark for the PC, October 3rd. PC is getting some weird ass games, I'm telling you what. MechWarrior 5 Clans for the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC on October 3rd. You're a big mech person. You're interested in that one?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Gotcha. All right. Victory Heat Rally for the PC, October 3rd. Warhammer 40,000 Warp Forge for the iOS, Android, and PC, October 30th. Groon for the PC, October 4th. SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star game. Kid you not. For the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on October 4th. You know, I tried to play SpongeBob SquarePants on Game Pass, and I needed something for Game Pass. I tried playing that the other day. Oh my God. I lasted all of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Nope. Every time he'd jump or something, he'd laugh. And I swear to God, no, I'm just like, nope, I'm out. Until Dawn for the PS5 and PC on October 4th. And those are your new releases.
All right. I believe that Until Dawn, I think that is a remastered, quote-unquote, version.
I wondered about that, yeah. Because I knew they were coming, so.
They got to do something to make you buy the PS5 version.
Right.
All right. Kim.
Yes.
Wednesdays.
Yes.
Halo.
Indeed.
12 p.m. on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
2 p.m.-ish. Your unforgettable time zone.
Of course.
8 p.m. in the UK.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Those are the times to be there. Don't be at the gym. Mm-hmm. Don't be watching soccer or football or whatever silly name you want to attach to it. Get on and play some Halo.
Yeah, you'll have a good time. I do.
Also,
anyway.
Fridays. Come hang out with Kim, possibly Boomer, possibly others, playing
or Mark.
Call of Duty.
You know, Mark is playing PUBG. I mean, if you want to play PUBG with Mark and
I
usually
did see this, yeah. He shamed you.
So
he absolutely not shamed, shunned. Shunned is the right word.
Right.
You know, you're like, come on, Mark, let's play. No, PUBG.
Yeah, no, you know, then taking everybody else with him. Okay, I see how it is. No, it's fine. I love you, Mark. I get it. I'm not into PUBG, and he's not into COD, so I understand. No, whatever.
All right. So that's what we have going on for the week. Any shout outs, Kim, that you want to get off your chest?
You know, shout out to Mark for being it. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's fine, Mark. I get it. You know, I was kind of in a bad mood that day anyway, but it's fine. I understand. As I always say, we always play COD. And you see me and Boomer online playing COD. If you want to play COD, because Sarah jumps in on occasion. So, you know, I'll play. Usually, not so much Friday nights, although last night was fun. But, yeah, we might do like a couple Friday nights a month if you want to play COD. And for you guys in the UK, if you want to play and maybe not stay up till 2 a.m., which I totally get. Usually play Saturday afternoons. So if you want to, play on Saturday, that's fine too. Send me a message. You know, hell, I don't bite. The party's usually open. So just jump in there and say, hey, I want to play COD and we'll play Horde Point. Because I love Horde Point and I wish they'd keep it. So anyway, shout out to Boomer for coming along last night playing Horde Point. Mark, I love you. It doesn't matter. It's fine. If you want to play PUBG on Fridays, go for it. I don't care. So, yeah. Right. Anyway. Oh, and happy birthday, Tank Top. So.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hey, if you made it this far and you're not a spam bot, like, subscribe, do the stuff that people do on social media. Give us a little bit of love. We appreciate that. Robin, you have been missed. We hope you're doing well.
Potato. I hope so.
And yeah, I think I'm excited for my birthday. I am hopeful for the football game. That's all I will say.
Okay.
I think my quarterback is going to play, though. That's at least a start. That's something.
Well, there's something.
Because I was thinking we weren't going to have our quarterback. We weren't going to have our offensive line at all. Now it's looking a little better, but not super rosy.
Gotcha.
I would love for some of your players to get hurt, like coming off the bus.
Well, I think Mike Dana is out, or Dana. I think he's out. But
okay, well, he's a nobody, so who cares?
I mean, we still don't have Rashi Rice, so
All right. Well,
the other guy,
have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you, everybody. If you tuned in live like Boomer did, or that crazy bot that came in, hey, thanks for stopping by. And if you're thinking you were going to catch us on Sunday, sorry, couldn't do it. I got other things to do. Kim's got other things to do. And so we'll be back next week. It should be a Sunday show. By that point in time, I also will have signed up to Extra Life finally. I'm going to get that taken care of today. And so we'll start pushing Extra Life in October.
For sure.
That's the big push month, and that's when it'll start to happen. So everybody loves.
And your camera's going crazy.
I know. I started reusing my hands. All right. Have a great night, great day, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Doodles.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.
I had to get my thank you off to Boomer.